There we are. Thing. That clean. Hold on. We're here. We are officially here. Is this okay? Scoot this down. Doesn't look as awful. Is this better? I don't know what to do. Alright. We're here. I think we're officially live. Mic is on and working. Hello. Another Friday, another live stream. I am Justin, the Zilla. Be sure, like the video, comment what you want to see here on the channel, here on the streams, videos, shorts, whatever. I'm open to it. And what's the other thing? Subscribe. Subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, we're back. Another week. Survived. Another insane week of living. Being human. Being a person. Doing our thing. Yeah. Y'all, of y'all who know, well, that's the time of this live stream. Lots of frickin' snow, a whole lot. Like yesterday was bad. I'll just get into the weather report, I guess. Literally had a whole foot of snow, overnight. Crazy shit. I also have to remember. What else I gotta do shit? Hold on. That and do not disturb. Somebody think it's not buzzing the entire time. Is this? What is this? Okay. In any case, we're here. The snow is fighting back as usual. It's getting cold as hell. It was like in the negative today, and in the it's like it was literally like past zero. It's bad out there, y'all. Hope everyone is staying safe, staying warm, being comfy. But we're back. Another week, another live stream, talking more toys, opening figures, showing off figures, talking about the pickups, and doing our thing. Also, I want to mention tomorrow, Saturday, January 24th, my freaking birthday. So that's what we're kind of also doing with this stream. This is my birthday stream. We're opening up something special, something essentially gifted. From one of the awesome toy guys here in the community. I'll just go ahead and shout out to Silent Rob Stop Motion. I'll put a link in the description to his account. And, I should be able, I think I'm able to kind of like add him. So, yeah, so that should be on there in the description after this video goes live. So to y'all in the future, go check out Silent Rob. Bro makes great stop motion animation stuff and does, he live streams Fortnite. I think his main thing. I really gotta see because it's like the YouTube's been like so weird. It like barely like recommends like a live streams to me really anymore, and it hasn't really been doing great with that apparently with him and with other people. So YouTube's being weird right now. I mean, they've been being weird for a while, but yeah. So go support Rob. Great guy. Always here on the stream. Probably our most constant guy, so thank you. And yeah, my freaking birthday. I'm gonna be 25, y'all. I mean, by the end of this night, by midnight, be a 25-year-old man. And with this look, I'm like, okay, man, adult, getting there. I mean, I'm still young, of course. I'm only 25 compared to other people in my life. Like my parents who are like 50 plus, nearly 60. It's like, ooh, am I gonna make that? Am I gonna? Am I gonna hit that number at some point in my life? But who knows? Probably, most likely. Odds are, I don't know. We'll see how the world is in the next 3 to 4 years, if we'll even be here that long. I don't know. But yeah, so been busy, just been working, surviving the winter conditions, having to plan out everything. It's insane right now. But we're here. I also took today off from work because I'm like, I am not one. It's my birthday on Saturday. That's the main thing. I was like, that's my birthday. I'm gonna take Friday off. I'm gonna have a day. I'm gonna just chill, get into the mood of the weekend, and enjoy my time existing. Give myself one more day to kind of get shit done. Because today, I basically been just shoveling shoveling snow constantly all day, having to clean my yard for like the 50th time this week because there's so much snow. And then just doing stuff around the house. I'm getting this all set up with lights and the camera and everything and the figures. So yeah, so updates on collection and everything. Got most of got most of the collection. I did get my Indiana Jones shelf here on the wall done. Of course you can't see it. It's there. I wonder, am I gonna also, there they are. There's Indiana. There's everything. But there, Indiana Jones sets there, and then also added the Masters of the Universe collection there to that little table right by the Dragon Ball and the video game stuff in the corner. Also, Raimi Spider-Man from the childhood, he hangs out there because he has magnets. I know that's like a rare figure, but it's there. My figure. He sits there. He looks over. He's cool. I think that's the first time that y'all have ever seen that. I kind of keep it compact. Yeah, I like keeping it here. I'm like, the most I want to see is like mainly the bed, and I'm kind of embarrassed. My room is so small. I have the shelf, the bed, a few tables around, and then a pile of toys in the corner, which you won't be seeing anytime soon. But for updates, even more on the display, as y'all can see back here, with this bottom row, I kind of wanted to just like spruce it up a bit, do something more, I guess, kind of like more kind of stylistic. It's like going with the retro carded stuff. It's like more of having legends here because I got so much turtle stuff, and I only have like the retro card of the Scarlet Spider. He's still up there. I have the Obi-Wan and the remastered 88 Donatello there, and have the 4 turtles from the new movie. From what is it? Mutant Mayhem and also Splinter there, but then I moved Black Panther. The fully the energized Chadwick Boseman. I don't know if I ever opened that figure really. It's like it would have been nice to get his signature, but it's kind of there to remember him by, because I already have the regular version of this figure, and it looks great. It looks amazing. I like that he has the smiling face, so it's like I'm good for now. Until I feel like I really need to open that, for a picture or something, maybe, or just want to do a specific display with him in there. I don't know. It'll probably stay in the box forever because it's really cool. And then same thing still. And then nothing's changed up here at the top. Still got Cammy and Usagi, and then the last run, and the Sinjas there, and then all the Mirage ones that are up there still, but just added. Stuck in my throat. I need to breathe. All right. Ooh. Heavy dinner again. Man, it was trying to battle back, and I'm like, don't do that. All right. So then, on this bottom row, though, I added the retro carded Marvel Legends Iron Man. Can we do that? Yeah. So we got Whiplash there. Have the Fantastic Four, a retro carded Invisible Woman in the clear up there, and she's still been up there for a bit. But added Whiplash, added the She-Hulk from from the Fantastic Four wave. Might do a stream of these two at some point, just cause it'll be cool to do that. It's like I definitely need this She-Hulk to open at some point because she just looks great. And then the Invisible Woman would be nice to kind of like swap parts and stuff there, so that would be cool. And then have the Cover Girl from the G.I. Joe wave there. So pretty nice. Still need to get Flint and the other like the little soldier guy. Yeah, specifically more so Flint, but that's at some point. That's later on. So we zoom out. There we go. But yeah, so cool stuff to add. Nice things. Add up on there on the wall. A different kind of look. I still need to keep adding more. I just keep forgetting and I don't have time. Or maybe this weekend I'll finally do it. We'll see. I guess for me it really depends on how I want to change this up and how I want to integrate a top row here and then the bottom row, because I can add at least one more Mirage NECA figure up there for sure. Yeah, they're April. They're 2.0 or something. Whatever they call it. Yeah. In due time. This will still get bigger. Still add more. Just take time. But yeah. And then I'm going to show off. Do we want to do weekly pickups? Okay. First we're going to do. Okay. So I've been doing something kind of. It's like, okay. I kind of made it a rule to kind of like start opening more figures that I know that I'm probably not really going to be doing here on stream anytime soon, or really at all. And mainly figures I'm just like, okay, I don't really care too much to really keep them in box for so long. Just finally open them, get it done, get it out of the way. So we're going to look at those two first, and then we'll look at pickups, and then we're going to open a bonus figure. That's kind of a little extra thing, because I wanted to open something more today too, besides just the Superman, who I can't wait to get my hands on. But in any case, first we'll show off the two figures that we have already opened up this week. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be one of them days. So first, have the, I've already forgotten her name, but she was the rebel in disguise as a Imperial trooper in the Obi-Wan series. I forget what her name was, but she looks good. It looks like the actress, and, it's nice having a female officer, even if she's not a real one. She probably just kind of will represent a real one on my shelf because she just looks so damn good and just works fine. And not the most exciting figure, so makes sense to like hone in more on this being it right here. I'm gonna crease that. My bright is up to 100. What am I doing? There we go. Yeah, that looks better. There she is. Looking great. And then have from the Bad Batch. Oh, and also these are both Star Wars Black Series figures. And then we have Omega, or Kid Omega. Whatever they... No, it's not Kid Omega. I think it is just Omega, or whatever they are. But one of the clone kids, the one from Bad Batch. I don't know if if Omega is a boy or a girl. I keep forgetting. I don't know if there are any female clones. Technically, I think they're all dudes, but I don't know. But he looks cool. Looks fine. And then, like, the little accessories. Like his little bow here, and then the little kind of like gas mask thing there. And then, more particularly, this weird little alien dude who looks sick as hell. So, can't wait to put him on the shelf because it's just a weird little creature. And I always need more of those in the Star Wars collection. So nice that they added that. And then, I got this at Ollie. Like at Ollie's. So shout out to Ollie's as always for the win. And then, so that's the ones that we have opened off camera and been messing around with. They'll be going on the shelf like right after this. Like as soon as I can just get this all put away and do the main thing, and then they'll finally have their place to be shown off. Okay. So, and then for pickups, got a few things. Mainly almost all for very good deals. The first one is a more special one. A figure that I think literally came the day after the stream last week, and then also a figure that I also bought on that same day as well. Anyways, so for our first weekly pickup, finally got my hands on the CT Toys Daredevil figure here. So where this is, of course, based off of the Mafex, kind of like how we did the Gambit last week, who looks great on the X-Men shelf. We'll see him in a minute. But I also, at that same time, picked up the Daredevil, just to see how he is. I didn't pick up the official Mafex. I was like, looks kind of skinny. And it's like, I'm not really into that right now, but it's like, I was just on AliExpress. I was like, I was just looking at figures on there, and I was like, you know what? For the price that they're asking for this, I might as well pick it up just to try it out. So expect that as a live stream. And then been waiting on this for like an additional like a month. So it literally has been like just like whoever like the manufacturer or or whoever like shipped them, they were like, hey, it's gonna be a bit because we're making a new batch like right now. It's like or we're just starting to get batches, so it's gonna be a bit because they're still making them. And I'm like, all right, cool, as long as I get it. And now I finally got it, so can't wait to see what this figure brings and how well it feels. Of course, it's not probably gonna feel 1-to-1 with compared to the Mafex, like the Gambit, but I think this will still be pretty good on the shelf. Be something, and I'll have to figure out where he goes. If he goes, with my street level heroes, like he probably should, or is he gonna go on the Spider-Man shelf or go on the Avengers with the Avengers? Not really. I'm not feeling it, me personally, but we'll see. Just can't wait to get this out. Oh, and also, I love the fact that they have to spell it Daredevil. Because, copyright. Yeah, and I also like the fact it's like on here that they actually do have the actual text on there and more things going on there. So, pretty nice. Can't wait to get this open some point in the future. Sooner than later. I mean, for sure. And then, it's basically just an all Marvel day for right now. Yeah, when it comes for pickups. And then on that same day, this Daredevil finally got, and I finally picked up the new Marvel Legends retro card Mystique at Target. I had a rewards thing where I had like $10 to use. So I was like, you know what? Get her for like It was like $15. So like, what the hell? I'm getting her. I'm waiting. So pretty cool. Can't wait to kind of get her in hand and see the upgrades. I don't know if I'll do her on a stream. Maybe I'll do her and that new Storm. The black suit one that they've been showing off too. That's been out for a minute. So maybe that'll make sense, at least for my sake, because it's like because my area just started getting this at at the end of last year. So, can't wait. I will say though, before we even okay. So you see the head sculpt there. It's the original one that they used back in the day when they originally did this figure. And it comes with a couple new accessories. Has the Goblin Queen, or is that just Jean Grey? Like, separate thing? I don't know. And then also nice artwork there. And then you have, it's like, because where there's your Storm, I assume in the black suit, some kind of Wolverine, I don't know what he is. And then I assume that's for the Savage Land Professor X. So I guess we gotta see what that Wolverine is, unless they've already announced that. Oh wait, that's Weapon X. There he is, right there, because he has the little things on his face. I need to get that figure. That figure looks so cool. I have never seen that one in person, so in due time. Okay. On to my main thing that I'm already going to complain about this figure is the fact. One, the image on there looks great. Love that. I have no complaints about that, but it's with the hair. Because on the back, and even on the little render there, they used specifically the VHS wave head there, which is mainly, I think, just the same face, but just has the more bigger hair there, which I guess this is probably more accurate to the comic with the more straight hair, but man, guys, seeing this on the back as a full figure, like as like a full like a render, I guess that's it's not even like a real image, I think. But the fact that they mocked that up and we're like, that one looks so good, but let's just use this one. Let's do every piece of reuse that we can. Like, okay. It's like, because I was looking on Reddit, I was trying to, it's like, I'm looking online to see if anyone else has really talked about this or has really complained about this. And mainly the only place I saw was on Reddit, because those guys are like hard, because Reddit's Reddit. Anyone can do anything, and they'll have an opinion. And they'll actually be kind of more helpful and useful and more interesting than some other social media. I should be actively doing shit on there because I have an account, but I don't do anything. I should be posting shit, but in any case, this compared to this, Hasbro should have gone with this one. It disappoints me so much that I basically, it's kind of like the only way that I can get this look now, because I really want that look, because I feel like she just works more with the more modern kind of with the X-Men figures, because they are X-Men 97. So I mean, come on, guys, make it kind of more cartoonish, because that's what this is based on. It is based more on the cartoon, but that's kind of, it's an iconic look. I mean, look how well it looks, and then even how they do the artwork. It's more like that than it is there, because there's so much hair, and it has like the full thing and everything. So I'm like, guys, kind of dropped the ball again a bit, but I get it. For those who didn't have that first one, give them that option, but why not give them? I feel like that head sculpt is an upgrade. I feel like that was a necessity to kind of bring this to a point where it's basically, okay, I feel like it's like if this figure had this head packed in with it, this would have been a need for a lot of people. I don't think this is for a lot of people right now it's a need at full price. because a lot of people already have this version of her. Specifically, I would say just with that head sculpt. Even so, it's like I did see one thing on Reddit. Where a guy said where a guy said it would have been nice instead of this head sculpt that doesn't really go anywhere, but include this head sculpt to have that separate look. Would have been nice for that, and then you have that option because I think about how they did the Mana Mask in that 2-pack of her and Crossbones, where I saw it's like so where you can change out the face plates but have the different hair. One that's just straight on and then the one that's flowing, and so you can have the different masks and the more modern look with the more like the actual like the domino mask, kind of thing, instead of just the whole metal mask there. So I think it would have been better if maybe it's like yes, if you want to use that pack bin in, but you might have as well included this one as well, because that's what's in the promo images. That's what's on the packaging, and it's not. It doesn't add up for me. I just have to. I know I'm rambling, but I just gotta complain about that. I gotta nitpick, y'all. I'm so glad I got this on clearance. I think that this was the only way I would get this right now at the time. If it wasn't that. Because it looks great. The figure looks really nice. It's nice having the upgraded arms and the legs, and then nice actual new weapons that are a little bit more detailed, even if they are reused, but I think they're still pretty cool. The hands are fine. And then the alternate head sculpt, that's nice to have that option. I just don't know what what figure I could use it on. I have an idea, but I'll just have to see how it works out. But she looks alright. It looks good. Could have been great. In due time. Probably her and Storm. What would be like upgrades. The things, or I'll just say retro carded, because that's what they are. The Uncanny X-Men. Retro card. Nice carding though. I do like the color, and I do like the carding. I do like this. They just gotta do your job. Please. Stop making fake advertising on your actual thing. I know on that shelf you see this person. It's like, okay, it's like you know what you're getting, but when you show this, a better looking one, like, what are y'all doing? And okay, and I don't really complain about Hasbro that much because Hasbro, the Hasbro, Playmates, Hasbro, NECA, Playmates, I got most of my collection is Marvel Legends. This is all Hasbro, so, and most of them I'm fine with. It's like I get what they're doing. They could be doing better, but they're fine. And this is just fine. Just change that head sculpt. That's all y'all gotta do, man. Just get there. But yeah, so, okay. Yeah, did I not say, okay. Yeah, so my plans for that will be, at some point I'll probably get the VHS one at a very low discounted price. I'm not buying that in full. Why would I? It's an old body with a new hair sculpt. I don't know why they just wouldn't do that. Okay. That comes with different weapons and then also a baby Nightcrawler, which is kind of cool. So I'm like, okay, that brings up that price a little bit. Because I did also was thinking of maybe trying to switch out the hairs on that one with this retro carder one. Because I think that's what's going to kind of work in my mind and what they make now. Unless I keep hearing, I don't know if they're going to do... Yeah, I've heard people be like, well, they might do a maximum. Yeah, Mystique that has all the different looks and parts. And I'm like, will they really? I don't know if they'll do Mystique. I don't know if they see her as that big of a character to do. If anyone, they're going to do Wolverine. Because they've done... Yeah, because who have they done? Because they've done Spider-Man, Hulk, and Deadpool. And I don't know if they've announced a fourth one yet. Well, Maybe if number 4 is like Mr. Fantastic or something. That would be cool. Or if we do another specific X-Men character, probably Wolverine. I don't think Cyclops. I'm looking at my X-Men shelf now. Who on the X-Men team? Still trying to think of like what female characters they could do, because Mystique would be fine. I'd even say would be better. Would even do like do a good Storm, do a really good Storm would be cool for Maximum series. But I'm trying to think of what else. I'm thinking like more X-Men. Oh, thank you for the like, whoever's here. Thank you for joining live. We're talking about just to update you. We're talking about this Mystique and the fact that and also the fact that that I'm upset that they didn't use this original head sculpt, specifically the hair, because that's all that's different with that. So, yeah. And then also talking about potential Maximum series from the Marvel Legends, because there's on Spidey, Hulk, and now Deadpool. So who's number 4? Maybe Daredevil? That might be alright, because I'm looking at him and I got one. So, hey Rob, bro, my chair's falling. Yo, what's up, bro? Just popping in to say I'm excited for you to review this figure. I'm at work, so I'll watch the stream when I get home tonight. Sounds good, Rob. Glad you could pop by. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on this. It's so cool. And I didn't and I didn't even realize that you gave me the Deluxe Edition. Yeah, that this is also the more add-on one. So I appreciate it, bro. It's so good. I miss being able to make it to these. You're all good. Yeah, I always miss you. Yeah, on these too. Because, it's like, we can talk, bro. And it's nice. It's nice chatting whenever we can. But I can't wait. I keep looking at it. I've opened this figure about like 4 or 5 times just to look at it because it looks so good. And I'm like, ooh. Rob, bro, I appreciate you. Okay. But then, no problem. Bro, you're welcome. Thank you, bro. I also been thinking, how can I make you... Here, Rob. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. It's probably not really going to matter that much, but I'm going to make you a moderator if you're okay with that. Because you've been, like, here, like you're, like, a constant dude. So I appreciate it. And I've been meaning, like, anyways, like, to just put someone as a moderator. Like, just in case. Yeah, in case, like, you're on. And, like, if shit goes down or something. And I could be like, alright, mods. Get rid of them. Or whatever. Sick. I'm fine with that. Alright. I'm rambling still. As moderator. What are we doing? Standard moderator. Can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Managing operator can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also has capabilities of standard moderators. We'll just do standard for now, because I don't really know what a moderator exactly does. Son Rob is now a standard moderator. There you go, Rob. You have the power to boot people out, or to mute them, or put it in a mode of some kind. It's just the standard. Alright. Then our next, our final pickup. Yeah, that we got. A figure that I've been on the fence about getting, but got it. Because also for a good deal as well. Was at my local Myers. If y'all know what that is. Depending on your area. But finally picked up the Marvel Legends Across the Spider-Verse Pavarker. Spider-Man India. I'm sorry. I'm being a white boy right now. I don't know how to pronounce the name. But, you know, it's Spider-Man India. Looking pretty good. He was, like, down to, like, 15 bucks. And I was like, all right, cool. It's like they also did have the Spider-Punk. Yeah, it's in the all purple. Kind of tempting. But the fact that it's like the only thing it has really going for it for me is the fact that it has the that has like the regular color skin tone head sculpt of this figure, and that's like it. I'm like, I don't really care about that really that much. I can get another Spider-Punk figure at any point that's the correct colors, and that's probably better. Even just the regular Legends, but that I'm waiting on. I have to kind of see it. I might get that Sentinel. We'll see. But there's our Spider-Man India. Picked him up just the other day. He looks pretty good. I just gotta see it in hand. And also, oh yeah, I forgot that he comes with that cool little web thing. So that actually kind of adds a bit. So yeah, can't wait. It is weird though because they've been doing this trend even back then where you have two grip hands and then you have a fist and and just one open hand. You don't have a pair to go with those, so that kind of sucks. But nice, all new pieces. The paint's pretty good. He is kind of short. He does feel kind of short, than what I think, but it's probably accurate to the movie. They've been doing pretty good, and these definitely look pretty good. And I think it's our only Spider-Man India. I think Figure Arts have announced one or shown one off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but still looks good. Looks pretty good. Gonna open that at some point. Some kind of stream. Or maybe just on my own. Whatever the case is. Alright. Okay. So, before we get to Superman, we're already like 40 minutes in. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for the like. Thank you for supporting the channel. Just to say, subscribe, by the way. Alright, we're going to open up this guy real quick. Because this was the figure I was going to open yesterday, but I was just so busy with everything that I didn't even have time. So, we're going to open up this Joe Fix-It just real quick. Look at him. Give our thoughts. And then we'll finally move on to the main event, which will be Superman. Can't wait. As said before. Alright. Our toolkit. Usual. Our trusty X-Acto. We're here. Get this guy put away. There's our Hulk. Open up the box. Typical Hasbro paper. Into the abyss. To never be seen again. To be thrown away. Finally. And nice packaging, I will say on this. I do like the artwork on the side. I like the Hulk in the front, the render of the figure, and then another render with the different look there with the giant freaking Tommy gun and everything. That's so cool. Okay. There's our box. Might keep the box. It's cool art. I just might cut some of it out because I don't really care for it. This is a setup. There's like a whole, and then like a platform, like, and shit like that. Like there's like smoke everywhere. Yeah, this is like a stasis chamber. What the hell? For your action figure, it comes with the chamber. You just gotta like paint it all black. There we go with the tape. There's our cardboard. Sides open up. Okay, pieces are falling. You have multiple bags. 3 bags. Specifically. And then, of course, a 4th that contains the behemoth of a figure. That's our cardboard. Last cardboard. Open up this guy. We're not going to really think about it. Look how big this freaking bag is. And I did kind of cut through it a bit, so hopefully I didn't actually mark up my whole bag. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I actually really like this. Look at that, with the slick back hair. That smile. He needs like a cigar or something. Like he's like doing like some business as the mobster Hulk. He looks so good, bro. He's got so much personality. I want him to kind of look more down. Because it makes sense, because it's Hulk, so. That's pretty good. Nice there. I like the whole, like the pinstripe thing here with the little lapel, and then have the white collared shirt with the black tie there. Have that big grinny smile there. Kind of just your regular grip hand, kind of trigger finger. Have your open hand there, and then even have like the nice shoes. He's attacking the camera. And there's the shoes. Nice there. So, yeah, great sculpt, and you know, typical. And then this is, of course, based on the I think the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure wave body. So, I think this makes sense continuity-wise as to what's going on. Bag, and then our second bag. And Joe. Of course, separate head sculpt with the hat, a little bit more meaner, more serious. It doesn't have any hair in the back. It's basically completely bald, but a nice hat there that brings that kind of like that classic gangster kind of look there. Then third bag. Have the alternate fist hands there. Very nice. Pretty typical for this size Hulk figure. I assume it's all the same. The hands as the Build-A-Figure Joe Fixit. And then our final bag. Oh, okay. I'll see how they packed this. I was kind of confused. And our bag. There's our Tommy gun. Nice sculpt. Could use like a wash though, I can already tell. Maybe if I do like some lining with with my brown marker on here and then do like some black on here, it might help it a bit. So that's pretty cool though. And it's like humongous. Like you can see, like compared to my finger, that's a big ass Tommy gun. Have your little ammo pack here. Very nice. That just inserts in that little slot. So it snaps right on pretty securely, like that's not coming out at all. That's really solid. And then we can have them with the Tommy gun. kind of a weird fit. Get this trigger finger. Ugh. There we go. There he is with the Tommy gun. That is humongous, bro, even for him. You don't mess with this guy. Not at all. Look at Joe. Yeah. He looks sick. Yeah. Pretty cool figure. Can't wait to mess with him more. Gotta do a shot with him at some point. I mean, you gotta. I even saw where where they get the it's either the Build-A-Figure. I think that goes with this. I think it is the Build-A-Figure, where he has like a more like unique kind of like shirt and tie setup, and so and so people have been doing that, so where you can switch out the actual like I think the actual body with the parts on here, so like everything still like comes apart pretty well, or something like that. Like there's some way of like changing out the tie to spruce it up a little bit more to add some more color to it, but even still, this looks amazing. This looks great. A fun figure. Alrighty. We got 47 minutes, 25 seconds. It's currently 8:50. Not bad. It is -4. Well, at least if that's what my watch tells me right now, which is insane. Good thing I'm inside. All right, we're going to switch over our camera. Look at this Superman and be ready to finally have a David Cornsweet in the collection. Oh, let's do our thing. Switch the camera. All right. Cool. Got to move that. Okay. Probably don't even need it. We'll see. Alrighty. Well, here's our Cornsweet. Our FondJoy Superman figure. We're gonna turn my brightness up on my camera so I can see what I'm looking at. There we go. I know that's all empty there, but that's where all the DC stuff was, so apologies. That's not as full as it should be, but there's like, oh, Batman, he's back there. I just didn't want to move everything. All right. Maybe we should do then a little more then. There we go. Alrighty. So here's our FondJoy Superman figure. Our one that we got from our bud, Silent Rob, who is working at the moment, but joined us a little later on. Well, earlier. So shout out to Rob again for getting this my way, for being like, hey, you want this? And I'm like, sure, I'll give you money. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, bro, you're giving me it. I gotta do something. I pay for shipping, to be honest. Because you gotta support the boys. You gotta support the cause and the kindness. So yeah, so this is the FondJoy DC Warner Brothers little sticker there. The DC Studios Superman 1/9 scale action figure from FondJoy. Have all your logos there. It's a little beat up from shipping, but you know, I'm not really too picky. I got this for free, essentially. yeah, DC and Superman and Warner Brothers logos there. Nice promo art of David Cornsweet's Superman. Have the DC logo there. DC and Warner Bros. Little QR code sticker there in Japanese. Or Chinese, maybe? Hong Kong? I don't know where this is from. Doesn't say anything. At least I can't read it because it's all in that. But yeah, 1/9 there. Nice. Bright blue kind of imaging. Has the classic Superman art on the back there from the comics. A Superman 1/9 scale action figure. FondJoy and Yuane? I don't know what that says. What does that little text say? Yuane. As in Y-A. What the heck? Y-I-A-N-Y-E. What? I don't know what that means. Superman, 1/9 scales. Alright. DC Studio Superman, the James Gunn man. Blue at the bottom, blue at the top, super shiny. And then on the back, your DC logo there, that's actually kind of raised there. It's like a little button. Like a sticker. Is it a sticker? No, that's embedded. That's a sticker, I think. That's very cool. It's kind of like a little button. Kind of sticks out there. I like that. Have your Superman logo there. The Wayne FondJoy. I don't know what the heck that is. How do you pronounce that? I'm just guessing. Attachment. Posture. Comes with these little accessories and has the cape and looks pretty great in these promo images. Then PVC, DC, 14, GBT, and all the rest. Warning phone call. Warning. Ages 14, I assume, and up. Not for 3-year-olds. Or 0. QR codes. All there. Barcode. 04? I don't know. But this is a cool packaging. And it looks great. So we will go ahead. And this is also one of those where it's magnetized here on the side. You just open up. Oh. Oh. We have a fall. I was trying to do that clean. Oh, and there goes crypto, but there they are. Okay, we'll do this as a clean take. Here, let's do... Okay, so now we're gonna open them up again, and there's our full setup there with David Cornsweet, his Superman, and his cryptos. So this is the deluxe version that actually comes with these. Pretty nice, I think. First, okay, we're gonna do... I know there's a second tray in here, so I will just go ahead. And I think I'm gonna actually grab this whole... If I'm able, where can I grab this tray? Okay, I will be moving everything. Here's our crypto. We're gonna go over it all after we get these out of here. But it's nice that we get, you know, our main character. Our two kind of main characters already front and center. Here, let's get this tray out. Oh, what? Okay, that's cool. Okay, how do you get this out? There's our packaging. For now, it's just going over there on the floor. It's annoying me, and then this stuff is not helping either. Okay. there's our box. Throw that to the back. So here's our second tray of stuff. You have our different hands there, a stand with a base there, and then a little tool of some kind. I don't know what that is, but it's something. Oh, that might be. Oh, okay, that might be the stand for Super Dog for Crypto. Because this one has a hole and can't stand and looks like it's supposed to be in the air. We're gonna get this open, show off those. If I can actually open this without losing everything. There we go. Oh. Also, they include a Daily Planet press badge that has a little square for your picture to go there, has class, as journalist, organization, Daily Planet has the Daily Planet logo there, and the small, and then of course the big Clark Kent. So we have Clark Kent's Journalist International Politics. Little thing there. Daily Planet, 42 Concord Street, Metropolis. And then on the back have the Daily Planet logo, big and small. There, 42 Concord Street, Metropolis. I wonder if he has like stuff back here, or if it's just clean like that. But this is kind of like, it is kind of a thin plastic, so it's kind of scary. I might have to put this in a sleeve, because I don't know what I'll be doing with this. I guess you can do some cosplay with that, or just a little thing that kind of looks like it. Have it like in some kind of like protector thing, like how you have like one, like at like a job or something, like a lanyard thing, little card holder. I don't know what you call it. Okay, I'm already like exhausted. Got that. Got our stand. Got the other stand. Got the hand. The hand. The hand. And the hand. That one goes over there. Okay. Here's our whole setup. Get your toes down, bro. All right. I guess first of all, look at that. Look at this guy. How about we do... I think a little better at this angle, just your straight on. Do a little bit more up top. All right. Here we go. So I guess first I want to do crypto. I'll be honest. Here we got our flying crypto. Honestly, pretty well done. I would say a little basic, especially with the eye paint. Kind of just dots. Stuff, not really like a more realistic printing, but this one's still pretty good. It does have the hinged jaw there. Very nice. Has the Superman logo collar with the studs on there that are painted in. That's very nice. And then, of course, has the cape with the yellow S on the back, and then of course is that all white. Is more that fluffy dog breed and has the one ear up in the air all the time, because this is based off of James Gunn's own dog, who's apparently an insane dog that just destroys everything and basically just bullies him all the time. He's just a wild dog. Don't know how to deal with it, I guess. And the heads do not move. I think it's only just their jaws that have the articulation. All right. But yeah. And then, of course, you have a standing one with that same kind of exact details with the hinge jaw and everything. Just the dog with the paws. That's actually nice with the little spray there of paint. Is this? These move? Okay. I just saw like that seam line there, but that's just where that attaches. And then, of course, the cape draped down more so onto the body compared to this, where it's more outward with the windswept thing there. I kind of wish it went out a little bit more to be more dramatic, but I get what they're doing. It's like, yeah, I assume that this is him more kind of like running or maybe like starting to fly. But then you have this little base here that goes onto this one. So I think you do have him kind of running. It's just so short though. I feel like it should be a little higher, but it's all right, I guess. It works. I guess I kind of might prefer him with it on his side, or if I can do this kind of thing, that would be better. I don't know. But a pretty nice sculpt. He just seems small. I feel like he looks a lot bigger in this movie. He's not like super tiny like they have him. But then we have the stand here, which is actually spring-loaded. That's actually pretty cool there. So you know that's going to be secure, has some hinge points, has some deep divots there. Oh my god. Can you hear that? Sorry if I'm like killing your ears. But those are heavy detents. All right. And then a nice base, though, has the Superman logo on top and then has Superman written down there. Actually looks kind of classic. Yeah, I do actually really like this stand. And the shape, that's like an oval shape. A different kind of thing going on there. And then, of course, it attached the stand in there, which kind of locks in place, but still has articulation there. So that's really nice there. That's crazy that that's actually really feels very secure. It looks kind of small next to him, though, I will say. I feel like this Superman should have been 1/12 scale. Because then I think everything would be actually a little more proportionate for him, especially with the dogs, like already. But the sculpt's still there. It looks great. It looks very nice. And yeah, so we'll just get right into Superman, and then we'll get into the hands he comes with. So, of course, we got the David Cornsweet Superman likeness there. And this is actually really, really good. Especially like on camera, it's like this actually looks picture to picture. I think it can be a little bit more closer. I think the hair sculpt especially is kind of basic. It doesn't really scream corn sweat to me specifically, and I think his face is always a little bit more expressive. Yeah, than this. Yeah, than always being like very stoic. Just very classic, serious Superman, but nice there with all the costume detailed, a little bit more elevated there to get all that extra detail with the raised edges there that are on the costume, and then all that detailing, kind of scaling work onto it, and then have the Superman logo on there with the yellow border, and then with the red S symbol there, and that same piping and all that scaling and detailing goes down the arm and the body, pinless, nice there. So still kind of classic, but does kind of, I will say, has an MCU-ish kind of vibe to it. Well, we're basically like being like, here's the general shape, here's some little things, we might simplify it later or make it even more complicated, but you know, this is the look for now. And you know, it doesn't look half bad. And yeah, especially with the trunks and with the belt on there, nice shiny yellow belt there, pretty cool, very nice. And then has the legs there that has all that continued pipe work, texturing, and then pinless knees, and then the boots, which which are actually just really nice. I like these boots, and then still has like that lining and detailing, and then nice sculpt there. So very cool. And then it has the cape here that is fully wired on either side. So you can have them have some pretty good, pretty decent cape shapes. The wind does feel like this will take some getting used to, as anything. Just getting them like that's not too bad. It looks like them. And then also on the back there, also have that S shape thing there. It's just printed on there. It's very thin. Also, still have work on the back there too. Gotta not forget about that. They sculpt and paint this whole thing. It's good. He looks beefy too, so that's kind of cool. He has a little bit more mass on him. Because, of course, on the figure, I think they make him a little bit bigger than he actually is. But he was still pretty good. He was a great size, though. Bro's pretty good. Yeah, definitely making me more excited whenever that damaged one starts to get out. Definitely got to upgrade the heads. And then if I'm getting the damaged one, it's going to probably have that screaming kind of laser eye head on there. So it's like, okay, I can upgrade for this already. Like, already thinking of how I can improve this figure. But this one's still, like, fully, like, base-wise, it looks so good, though. It's very good. I think it's, like, the best one that's probably out there for now. Oh, yeah, also, Gambit's there. I forgot to mention that. He's been right there the whole time. He has a permanent spot now. Front line and center. And then all the Spider-Man stuff actually got kind of moved around too because I worked on that today. So very cool. Very nice. And yeah, and then of course this Superman. Actually really cool. Really enjoy this figure. It looks great. But we'll go over the articulation. At the head, I believe it's just a ball at the top there, and then you have a ball and a rod that goes down to the body from the neck. So all that together, you get down that far up. Only about that far. You need a bit more, because look at that. Well, okay, yeah, it's a ball with a rod with a ball at the top. So it gets you kind of going around there. Pretty good. But up and down could be a bit better, but not awful. Could be better. Shoulder goes up about that far. Really nice. Feels very smooth. Got a whole wrap around there. Go all the way around. Have your bicep swivel, your double jointed elbow. Goes up past 90. Pretty good. Has, of course, the ball jointed wrist there, so change it to where it's in and out, or change it to where it's up and down. On the wrist there, we still get rotation either way. Then at the torso and the diaphragm joint, so with just that, and get them fully straight. Go forward about that far. Go back. Oh, about that far. Tilt side to side, and then bit of rotation, but I don't want to really mess with that too much, but that's why we have that waist swivel there, so you get a full 360 there, and that helps, of course, in all the apartments, so you can get down even further, back, nice, and of course, full on side to side, so pretty good. That's actually a really great articulation point to have there. And then at the legs, and then they're kind of doing the McFarlane thing, having like the kind of like your diaper piece on here to cover up all the articulation and everything in the middle. Yeah, that go to these thighs, so where you have the inner thigh cut there. We have a ball and a rod that connects to the other one on either side. You do, I think you do have a drop down. Maybe not. It doesn't feel like it, so probably not. This one, but you can kick forward about that far, kick back, not really that far. Do have a rotation, but you can only go that far. That far. Yeah, your double jointed knee. Actually pretty good. Not too bad. And it's really smooth. I'm not worried about that at all. And then no boot swivel there, but you do get a little bit of a swivel here at the top of the shoe. And then go back about that far. Forward about that far. A little bit of tilt. That's nice to have. And also toe articulation, which is always a nice little extra thing to have here. So let's get them. In a good pose here. Is that a decent pose? Is that just a little too generic? Crypto. Like that's all right. I want a more, kind of more billowing, if anything. Bruh. Sorry, I just can't get this pose now. Hold on. Let me get this in front of my own eyes. Look at Crypto. Look how small they are. Get up, Crypto. Number 1. This is number 1. That's number 2. Sorry, I'm trying to get this the way I want it. How about you guys steal the show for a sec? While I try to fix this figure and get him into a cool action pose. You always do this. Break it up. Break up the noise. I'm kind of struggling with this pose. I don't really know. Just trying to get it to feel right for David as an action pose. Hold on. We'll do. Okay. First, before we get into it, sorry. I'm losing track. Okay. Here's our hands. Have these 2 relaxed hands, and then 2 just straightforward, like I'm full on flying hands. I'm gonna switch one of my fists with this more relaxed hand. Not a tight fit, but it goes on all right. Okay. Okay, I think I got something. Bruh. You can stand. Can you? Okay. Cryptos and things, step aside. Here's our Superman. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Probably is the closest, I think, to best one that's really out there. In my humble opinion. I think this is actually pretty nice. I do want to see... I guess I could do... Do we want to do... Well, I want to see if we can even, like, just go around this thing. First of all. Gonna have to reset your cape and then... to get them in there. He barely fits. Anyways, and these D10s are kind of scary. And some plastic residue. Could do him flying. I don't know. This is kind of... Or him in the air. Oh no. It's just a very... Yeah. It's not the best. Also, it's kind of like so heavy you can't even get them in like a different thing. It's just the fact that he can't like put his head up all the way too is also a thing. He can't do that on the regular, so probably not really going to be using this stand. To be honest. I don't think it would make sense for my space anyways, because I don't really have space to put in stands. What a cool figure. Even just doing just a full on. Just a straight on. Kind of just classic. Okay. Look at that. Bro looks so good. Do actually really enjoy that. This is actually pretty good. I do want to try also putting crypto on this stand. Let's get Superman back here. So he's full center. And then we'll get crypto. Get around to here. Does that work? I think that works pretty well. I think it helps with the whole size thing. It makes crypto look a little bigger. Still gotta put him in there though. He's gotta be in the picture somehow. But there it all is. Everything there except for the little stand, which could use for something. This could be a good stand for some other small character that I might have laying around here, so might come in handy. So pretty cool. Also just looks like it could be like a little, like a weird device of some kind. I don't know. But really, really cool. Really, really enjoy this figure. It definitely takes some getting used to. And I will say it does kind of give a little bit of McFarlane vibes, but overall, I feel the quality and also the overall, like, the look for this, it's just so good. And the cryptos are very nice. I've really gotten kind of better. Can this? Bro. I'm just gonna zoom in and just be like, you. I want you to look at that. Good. Jesus Christ. Just look at the man. There. But they look really cool. I do think they look pretty neat. Yeah. I don't know. That might be it. This figure is actually really nice. I don't think I could really do a full-on flight pose with this guy. Just because his head can't look up all the way, so it just wouldn't really work out. He'd just be looking down the whole time. Oh. The cape definitely gives me kind of actually more Mezco vibes, because they've done that before with their classic Superman figure. So yeah, that's very interesting how they would take that instead of doing like their more later ones, like their Batmans, and then it's like, and then even then the McFarlane, even if they do actual like cull off, I think it probably is the same way as this as well. It's probably not that different from what's going on here. So definitely given those vibes, definitely can work with the certain collection, kind of be an upgrade, and they do actually have the license to do it. And they're like, yeah, sure, go for it. You can do whatever you want. And they're like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make basically a better version of of this figure, but still in our own specific style of figure, and has more accessories and actually has a pretty good quality to it. So yeah, a really nice figure. Really, really cool. But I think we're gonna go ahead get to our comparisons. I'm sorry that this camera is still garbo. Every stream, bro, it always ends up here. No, screws up. All right. Oh. Okay, do we just want to move this? I can move this for now. To this side. Okay. It just falls off completely. All right. Let's get this thing rolling. Move these to the side. All right. First, gonna be grabbing our Mezco Toys Superman. They're classic. Superman, as you can tell, size is very different. As you know, this is the actual 1/12 scale size of the figure. And that compared to a 1/9 scale figure there. Okay, this camera is really annoying. Okay, and then you have the McFarlane Toys Superman Robot, number 4. And also have my number 12 there as well. What does this keep going to? I don't know what they're trying to focus on. Camera needs to stop, bro. Like, look down there. Yeah, but you can see kind of like how small this kind of is. But, you know, it still works pretty well. But they have the same kind of cape thing, so where you have that wire there, but you have the loose kind of thing there, but has your full classic. And this is, you know, just base. I haven't done any improvements on this. And I still think it looks pretty good. And is still my main shelf Superman. That is my Superman. The Superman in my mind. But this one is the David Cornsweet. And it looks great. It looks really good next to these guys. Because it's basically made to do the McFarlane toy line. So we'll move Supes for a second. Because then, what do we want to do? Okay. First, I'm going to do all my McFarlane ones. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit out of order, but this is just how I'm going to do it. So this is our full array of my 2025 Superman figures. So, of course, that is the McFarlane Toys Ultraman Battle Damage version of that figure. Got him on clearance too. Opened him on the stream. I opened these little extra there. Gotta always have it. And these look really good too. They scale perfectly with each other. I think it's just, you know, it's just meant to be in that kind of way. Trying to make this focus on what's ever happening. I think it's her that's doing it. All right. But they all look pretty good. Definitely need to probably get a couple more, maybe. I think I'm pretty set. I don't really want to give too much McFarlane stuff because I want to see what Mattel's going to be bringing, to be honest. See how they do. See if they're going to be better or not. So yeah. We're going to clear this out. Well, we will do... Okay, we will add one more Cornsweet specific movie figure, but this is one I got from my coworker, who also named is Justin. Shout out to Justin for getting me this for Christmas. Got me the the Mr. Terrific little actual, technically I think 6-inch, comparable to, but it's feels more of like a 5-inch, even in my mind. That's like a 5-inch toy. That's a 1/9 scale. That's like almost 8 inches. Yeah, it's a big ass figure, but he looks good. He looks great. Works perfectly with this display. Probably how it's gonna be all set up if I can't get it all down like that. Okay. Next, going fully, basically, so these are kind of like kit bashes, that are kind of like stand-ins for official versions of these Superman-specific characters. First, we have my Lex Luthor, who's represented with the animated Doc Ock body with the Professor Xavier head there for Luthor, and then have what's her name from the X-Men, kind of the more modern or kind of like 2018, 2017 comics, whatever they were. The girl with the lab coat and has like the glasses and the hat or something. Yeah, with the brown hair, but I put a Spider-Woman unmasked head on here. So she's my Lois Lane for my main display, Superman. So can't really scale very well with this. Still kind of small, but I think still kind of works. At least for now. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, we'll do. Okay, we'll keep that out then. Then we have the Mafex Cyborg Superman. We'll actually, we will move Lois. So definitely a lot shorter, but still works pretty well. It's like he's just short. He just doesn't scale with it. It's not from the same kind of scale, but it looks good. They pair pretty well together. Always cool just having just a different kind of Superman. I was just like, you know what? I just want this. I just need this right now. I need some Superman, and I got some Superman. All right. Now getting to if our main Justice League here we'll do with him. Even though they're all mainly 6-inch, but there's a couple more McFarlanes. Well, there's a few more McFarlanes we still got going on here. Here we have the Golden Age Cape Crusader Mezco Toys Batman, which isn't actually too bad. I like that black costume. And then have the 1/12 collective Mezco Toys Wonder Woman. This is the, I think, the regular edition, not the previews, which is the classic. Unless this is the previews, I can't remember. And then have the Martian Manhunter from McFarlane Toys. I wish I had gotten the classic one, but I only got a hold of the modern one. I did see the classic one once, and then never again, and kind of regretted it. But, you know. This figure, he still looks cool. I think he actually kind of works with this Superman a little bit better. So that's very cool. And then my last official Justice League member, for my collection is, of course, Captain Carrot. I just couldn't pass up on it when I saw it. I was just like, man, this is so ridiculous, but I love it. It's so good. Even though it's huge, but I think that kind of adds to the ridiculousness of it. So, and it's like he kind of might work with Cornsweet, but he's not. It's not perfect. Imagine like this Justice League in the future. You got short and stout Batman. You got still Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman, but very short. Pretty tall. Like a Martian Manhunter, but I could see it. A giant Superman and a giant rabbit. And the dog. What a crew. What a league. I need to get like so many more of these guys though. Still need to get the Let's Go Toys Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Maybe even the other one. I don't remember his name, but he's really cool because he's a part of the animated series. He's badass. Then what else? Oh yeah, then also the Let's Go Toys Aquaman. Need that. Would actually like them to do a more classic version nowadays. Give me something good, bro. Give me some Justice League. Give me a new Flash. I'm not getting that old Flash. That old Flash is it just ain't it no more. It's just not the thing. Not the thing. Who else am I missing in the Justice League? A Hawk girl would kind of be nice. That would be cool. Give us just a classic comic version. I'm trying to think what else Justice League wise from like Mezco specifically we can get. Oh, of course, now I'm blanking. Red Tornado, that's like one that comes to mind, at least for me. He does have a is he gonna be in a series? I think he's gonna be in a series. I'm trying to think of all the things that they're making. Superman, I mean Clayface? Not really. I don't know. I have to think on it. I'll think on it. But getting back over to McFarlane figures, we have kind of like my full actual wave. That I've gotten, I think, of McFarlane, of any of their figures, which is their James Gunn Suicide Squad. So this is the same universe. I think these guys do meet. Do they meet in the series? No, I don't think David Cornsweet made a cameo in there, even though James Gunn literally posted a picture of John Cena in his Peacemaker outfit with David Cornsweet in his Superman outfit, like during that they were releasing episodes. So I'm like, okay, I'm expecting to see something like posting spoilers, but apparently not. He just he yeah, he just didn't do it. He was like, no, they really like just hung out, and that's like it. It's like, okay, well maybe, I don't even know if he like acknowledged it, but but that's my assumption. But these two should have shared the screen. And also, like, it was like he did make a cameo in the Superman movie too, so that makes sense. And then now we have Bloodsport, looking pretty good with the custom gun pieces there, looking pretty sweet. We have Polka Dot Man, who we will struggle to stand for a moment. Was a bit of trouble standing. Always has to be like doing that. But that's pretty cool. And then, of course, the Harley Quinn, more of at the end of the movie. The torn up dress and has the was that javelin or the spear? I forget what it is. Maybe it is like javelin or something. I can't remember. It's pretty cool. And then we'll do of course, with this whole wave, we then got the King Shark to go along with them. And it looks so good with Superman on here. Imagine him. Yeah, with the whole crew that are like alive by the end of the film. Well, they didn't think that Peacemaker did, but he did. We knew he was coming back. It's John frickin' Cena. You don't just kill John Cena like that. He's been going through some shit, but they just been letting him do his shit because he did his shit. And then they're like, alright, fuck you. We're doing our own thing, guys. We're doing, what is it, Sword? There we go. Our whole Suicide Squad with a murderous dog and the literal Superman. He is the strongest of all time. It's in the name. But he's still cool. He's still chill, though. That's the big difference. He's just a chill-ass dude. Compared to y'all with this power, probably. Probably most people in the world. Well, they do alright. They did good. This is a cool ass figure. It looks great. I love this little display we got going on. King Shark. Okay, and then we got a few more figures to show off. Only like 3. Then we're just gonna call it good. And then and these two are just for fun, just for Batman universe. Yeah, just for like I guess potential, like maybe things we might see in the movies. Like where David Cornsweet meets Robin. He'll probably be a lot older, a lot taller, but just to show off the Boy Wonder. And then also potentially Red Hood. Maybe this kind of more stylization of character. It's where this is the more modern version in the comic run. Well, the more modern is a little bit more fucked up, but this is kind of like I guess the technically more popularized version, like the 2010s. I feel like this was a little bit later, but I'm just like, kind of wish it didn't have the logo. It looks pretty good. It looks alright. And then, for one last comparison, I want to do Crypto by himself. Do a comparison with him and Timber. Let's see how much bigger and smaller they are here. Oh my god. They do work pretty well. They do look great though. Do like them. It's cool. Like kind of like kind of the different sculpts and interpretations. Because I forget if he's Superman was actually like there was like a wolf kind of like a fight thing or something. Or he fought like apparently like a giant like a Yeti or something, or abominable snowman in a deleted kind of scene. And they're like, we're not putting that in the movie. You can make toys of it, but that's not going in the main movie. That's not even really advertised in the movie, so. But yeah, but different things going on here. You have a fully articulated, bigger animal, because it's a wolf compared to a little dog. So, Gonna see how it goes here with this super dog, how we're going to display him. I'm probably going to have him in the flying, but still have the standing one. Probably just right by Supes. Because, why not? I gotta have a whole thing going on there, too, don't I? So, as time will go. Yeah. A really, really nice setup. Some cool figures. And another night. A fun time. I mean, I was having a blast. Try not to sneeze. Okay. We're gonna get all this set back up. There we go. Then look at my whole. We want to do. There we go. Cool. Well. Okay. Anything else that can go on this side? We'll just do our comic ones. I'm gonna get King Shark in here because I just love King Shark. So anyway, I can just fit him in here. Fine with. Or Cyborg Superman and or Batman in there in front of him. We can fit him. Caves add so much. Crypto has to stay in his spot though, so this has to. Kind of move. There we go. That's way better. Alrighty, what else can we fit in here? We're gonna get. Oh, can we fit one more back there? I think we could. What do we want? More so. Bloodsport. This bird's sick. Or do we want to get Harley in there just to have Harley? But we don't know if she's in there. Well, they aren't definitely canon, aren't they canon? Because they said that, you know, the Suicide Squad movie did count, and that is Margot Robbie. That is her. If they want to redo it, they can. But I'm still saying, y'all, I don't think that they're gonna replace Margot Robbie. I kind of doubt it. I don't know. If they do, I'm wrong, but it would just be weird to be like, yeah, it's canon, but you know, not one of the most important characters. In that movie. Of course she is, because that's Harley Quinn, and Margot Robbie is a great actress. There's Wonder Woman back there. Martian. Manhunter. And then get the rabbit. Captain Carrot. I think that's it. I think that's all I really want to put in here. If I want to put more, I guess I could. I'll still stick with more Gunverse if I can, I guess. Could do. Okay. We could see that in here. And you can see them. That's great. That's cool. I'm going to put Polka Dot Guy. He'll just sit there. And then the rest of the comic ones. Like Red Hood, he can go back there. He gets seen, he's seen, if not. Make him be kinda, but not much. Like, actually basically just hiding him. What the heck? Where are you? Okay. Yeah, you're barely even there. How about just regular old Robin? Just getting Robin in here. Right here at the back. Tiniest little guy. You can't even see him. Poor Robin. This figure is so amazing, though. I'm trying to get him right behind Batman. At least he's there. Okay, Batman. Calm down. All right. I gotta stop pushing it. We're gonna get Red Hood in here, though. Get him secure. Get him done. At least he'll be there. There we go. But there. There it all is. Just super well made. A nice setup of figures that look great. But yeah. I don't know what else to say. Thank you to Silent Rob Stop Motion again for this awesome ass figure. For gifting it to me. I really appreciate it. A great time messing with it. And glad I can basically, it's like, it basically goes with the McFarlane setup. I think that's what he was basically like saying, like straight up, like, it's like, hey, it's perfect. I got a second one. You want it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. He's like, all right, I'm sending it. And I'm like, but let me help you out, bro. But that doesn't really matter. It's all about, that connection and that kindness of that person. So I really appreciate it, bro. Oh yeah. Anything else? Be sure, like this video. I would appreciate the support. Be sure to comment what you want to see here on the channel or any thoughts. Anything you really want to chat about figure-wise, more specifically, but any questions or anything about stuff, I would appreciate it. And then subscribe. As always, just subscribe. It helps out. Helps with the thing. Helps with the thing. The press. Forgot about that. And the wolf. But yeah. Pretty cool. Also, forgot. Open up this guy too. He looks pretty cool. Can't wait to move on. But yeah. Gonna sign off for now. Thank y'all for the support. Next week might be an early stream. Next week, probably shooting for like 5:30. Because I do work next Saturday, so gotta kind of get through it. Get rooting to it. Okay. Anything else? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. All right. Gonna let y'all go. Have a good night. Also, my birthday tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. So Hope y'all get through the weather all right. Do good. Be cool. Do you. Drink water. Be hydrated. I'll see y'all. Goodbye.